The first class that we had for moral science, that was on Thursday, that was a live class, and we discussed certain things related to rights. We did not go through the text thoroughly that day, and in this video we'll talk about the text, what is provided in the text, and during live class I'll raise certain problems and what I want that you should come forward with the solution of those questions. Okay, this question will be related to our real life. Okay, certain imaginary problems will be raised, and you must provide valid answer for those. So here you go. This is the first video for the first chapter of moral science, and I want proper cooperation from you. You just go through the video, make proper use of this one, and note down the certain things which are going to be displayed on the screen. So here you go. Last day we started a chapter called Right, Interpersonal Relations, and it is the first chapter of your moral science book. Let us read what is written. I do protect human rights. I hope I shall always be looked up as a champion of human rights. Aung San Suu Kyi. So this is a quotation provided here to have a general concept regarding rights. As we discussed in the first live class, rights are what? Rights are the fundamental things with which we feel our life is our own, this world is our own, and everything available in the world we have certain authority over those things. Just like we can breathe easily, just like we can walk here and there, just like we can worship our religion, just like we can speak our thoughts. Further, we can choose whatever we like. So rights are not the secondary part, but the essential part of our life. Without rights, it is very difficult to live a meaningful life. The 69-year-old Aung San Suu Kyi spent nearly 20 years in prison and under house arrest in Myanmar. We call it Myanmar, we call it Myanmar, some people call it Burma, and Rangoon too. Let us call it Myanmar. Suu Kyi peacefully protested for a democratic government and human rights for her people and country during all this war. She was awarded the Nobel Prize in 1991. As I told you before during the live class, that our freedom fighters, our ancestors fought bravely against those injustice of the British, only for our freedom, only for our betterment. They sacrificed their life so that we can live nicely, we can enjoy life. Next. Every man, woman, girl, and boy has rights, simply by the virtue of the fact she is a human being. Rights are the most basic needs that everyone must have to live a dignified life. Fulfillment of basic needs like food, water, shelter, and clothing are some of the rights that people are born with. No person, country, or government can take away these rights. All human beings are born free and have the rights to freedom. So we all have the rights to live free. And our ancestors, our freedom fighters, they sacrificed their life, they gave up their everything, they lost their lives also, only for our freedom. So every human has right. Here is written respect, commitment, trust, equality, but above all the banner says every human has rights. We all have rights. a little out of track discussion, children. Here, this part we'll try to do. What we'll do? We'll do via YouTube upload, and another part what we'll do in live class. Those real life problems, allegorical problems, I'll ask you during the live classes, and you surely answer those things. Next page. Given below are two important words that Aung San Suu Kyi has dedicated her life to. In groups of 4 or 6 learners, think of as many words as you can when you read these words. What does it mean to be a human? For example, a human is alive and breathing. What rights should children and grown-ups have? For example, every child should have the rights to go to school. So, here you are asked to do what? Using the words from both the columns, draw or design a poster of human rights mean to you. You don't have to do this one. You don't have to draw or design any poster. But this one you can fill up. What is asked? Let us see again. Just look. What does it mean to be human? For example, human is alive and breathing. And what rights should children and grown-ups have? So this side, one of the sides, this one, you have to write about the characteristics of human, and this side will write about what are rights. So this is very easy thing, that one, just like first one provided, human beings should be alive and breathing, while rights related to that should go to school. So human, another characteristics, can move, can eat, can worship religion. So these are their rights, can move to anywhere of the country. Just like here we can write, can choose the thing he or she likes. Similarly, here we can also write, reject the things he or she dislikes. Further we can write what? Further we can write that can speak his or her thoughts. So these are the rights you can write. But what I want, you should write these things by your own. That would be a far better thing to do. Spotlight. One, you can see one drawing is given. So here you can draw your ideas. Okay. Now next, do this exercise in pairs. Do you think that the person and the animals that have been circled in each picture has access to mentioned right? Write in few words the reason for your answer. Right to social security. Now, one thing I would like to suggest you will perform far better in this particular chapter if you have the general concept regarding the civics chapter, that is human rights in our constitution. So here the picture of a shopkeeper provided, a vegetable seller, and you can see he is wiping off his sweat. So he has been working very hard. So what is written? Right to social security. That means every person should get the opportunity to earn his livelihood. Here you can see that man is working hard to earn his livelihood. At the same way, another lady who is purchasing the items, she is going to be beneficial. She is facilitated with these things. So by providing facilities, food or grains or vegetables, we can earn money. This system we can follow. Rights to freedom of degrading treatment. Now you can see one lady here sweeping the street. She is keeping the environment clean and also making the surrounding, the aesthetic quality very beautiful. So she should not be mistreated, disregarded, undervalued, because she is serving the society. Instead, she should be respected for her performance. Next page. You can see one man, a farmer, is plowing his field using his bullocks. He has been working hard not to feed himself but to feed the society, the country. But at the same time, he has the right to take rest and to have some leisure, free time, can enjoy his own life. So that is obviously a right. We all should have free time. Right to housing. Right to housing. Everyone does have the right to have a roof above and a ground underneath. So no one should lie on the footpath of a street. All should have all must have the freedom or the rights to have a roof. Right to equality and freedom from discrimination. Here you can see one lady, a doctor. She is working there and performing her duties. She should not be provided with less salary or mistreated only for being a lady. There should be equal salary, equal respect, and equal value for both male and female workers in any firm, whether it is school, college, university, or hospitals. Here we can see one man is working very hard. Right to adequate living standards. He is working extremely hard to keep these things inside a particular place, but he should have the right to have a proper living standard that we cannot avoid. Next, right to live in natural habitat. Right to live in natural habitat. Not only humans, the animal beings do have rights. We should not imprison them in the zoo and enjoy by going there and throwing stones at them. It is totally wrong, immoral. We should not do that. Instead, we should free the animals and let them live in their natural habitat, that is the jungle. So, these certain things we have to keep in our mind. Here further we have right to education. You can see one child who is working in the shop. He should have the right to go to school and have some studies. He will enjoy with his friend instead of working all the day and night under someone.